5 seconds. Fuck the countdown.
I'm stopping the countdown. Fuck the countdown.
Delete it.
Delete it. We're live. What a disaster.
Welcome to the disaster.
What's up?
What up, guys?
Did you like our new theme music? That's the question. Did you like our new theme music? So,
let's not finish it. That's unfinished theme music.
You know, the energy is so down right now. It all started with Sean earlier this afternoon eating a piece of pizza, a slice of pizza.
The worst decision.
He's lactose. He couldn't resist. And, he was pooping up until 6:50. Just be honest. Be honest. You've been pooping.
I'm sweating. The neck collar in my shirt is soaked.
Oh, my God. So
you gotta, take the little lactose pill before you eat fucking pizza. No?
Yeah, why didn't you take a lactose pill? You
gotta take those little fucking pills. They make things so your belly doesn't hurt.
I'm just a fat bastard.
Oh, jeez. Now my light went out. Good. Now my damn light went out. Guys, I missed the studio.
The ball. Yo, you hated the studio so much, though.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. I talked too much shit on the studio. Otter House, Queens, New York. Shout out.
We're gonna be there again.
We're gonna be there again Tuesday, July 26th.
Yeah, I like it there too.
So let's try to keep the energy up. Let's try to remember the studio. Let's try to remember how good it was because we're all sitting at home now. We're Zooming.
Studio. There's no studio audience.
No studio audience, nothing. So it's a different vibe. I also have, a whole setup here. I redid the setup. I have the WCW versus the World Fire as well as the barbed wire frame for you guys and the social media tag. But I don't know what else to put on this thing. On Twitch we had the chat box. We had the meme of the day. I guess we could have done a meme of the day.
We're going to start doing a meme of the week or something, and that should be like what's in the corner.
Yeah, okay. So that's starting next week. 3rd episode on YouTube. 22nd episode of the Blvd Bullies versus the World pod. Sean, how many episodes is this for you?
I think this is 6 or 7.
Yeah, Sean. Woo!
Right?
Give it up.
No, for the meme of the week shit, for when we have a guest, we should get them involved. We should have them create the meme of that's their duty is to make the meme of the next week.
There is a game called Name the Meme. Make your meme or something.
Make your meme. I think that's I think that sounds like a funny game.
It's like this. Imagine Cards Against Humanity. But
that's
instead of black and white cards, you have the iconic meme photos, memeable photos.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Punchlines, basically.
Yeah. I'm into that.
That would be cool. That would be cool just to play.
I agree with you.
It'd be cool just to see our names on a bunch of cards. I like that idea.
We do. Sean, are you aware of the one trading card that was made for us by Lucha Underground? No, not Lucha Underground. It's
Demand Lucha.
Demand Lucha. Sorry.
They made a card for us. You got their damn name wrong.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Jedi. That's how we met Jedi Jedi Jackie. That's our boy.
Okay.
Does a bunch of designs.
So maybe I think we gotta keep the tradition of the cards going. I like cards.
Yeah, I love cards. Don't even talk to me. Don't even start talking about cards. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, that I know. You told me. Pat, too, you went down your little card alley as well.
Oh, God, I fucking hate trading cards now. I'm trying to get rid of these binders and binders of basketball cards I have. It's ridiculous.
I feel like that's easier to get rid of than wrestling cards.
Jesus. 2nd week in the row on YouTube, I forgot to turn my phone into the silent position. I'm a terrible host. But
it happens. Listen,
let's start over. Let's start over.
The punches, we just keep rolling.
Let's listen.
We're a bunch of. This is the Lazy Boy Show.
This is a Lazy Boy Show. Let's listen to this new theme again, and then I'll come back in with a stronger intro after we listen to this new
unfinished.
theme.
You guys are gonna like the completely finished version.
There's a final version.
There's a final version.
I don't know if anything's happening in the chat. If anything's happening in the chat, welcome. Welcome to the show. Let's listen to this song.
There's 3 viewers.
Bienvenue, as they say. Bienvenue.
Super into it.
I love it.
Original music from the boy, Slug Christ.
All right, let's try this again. Where's Steve when you need him? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. July 5th, 2022. Cups in the air, mugs in the air. We're here to talk all things wrestling. We're here to talk blood and guts. We're here to talk money in the bank. We're here to talk GCW July 4th extravaganza and all things wrestling and all things personal. And just personally, I want to say, I think this show started off on the right foot. And I think we're going to do great. Thank you, YouTube, for having us. We're on YouTube now. Immediately demonetized last week, even after I made edits to the YouTube video. So we're drinking out of cups. We're talking wrestling. We're having a good time with my co-hosts and very amazing, punctual, technically sound, always Johnny on the spot man, Brian, the sound guy, merch lord, and ringside. I accidentally ate a slice of pizza, Sean.
I sound and look great. And I was on great time. I'm always punctual. I'm never late.
Yeah, that is true.
I wasn't punctual today. I was on the bowl.
Sean ate pizza.
I was trying to get it all out before I came on.
Yeah, and you know, in all fairness, I did botch the reminder timer. I botched the whole thing. See, the thing is, I forgot to set it.
We botch and we keep going.
We botch.
We keep moving forward. That's what we do as a unit.
Speaking of botches, I'm just going to let one of you two take it from there.
Are we going to go right into it?
I just said, speaking of botches.
Wrestlers ask for
motherfucking
Oh, God, that was the worst goddamn piece of garbage I've ever fucking seen.
Brian, I'm interested.
Dumpster fucking fire.
Dumpster fire, indeed.
Holy shit.
I've never seen anything like that before.
You want to talk about a bag of shit that was lit on fire and left in front of someone's door?
When you saw John
this past Wednesday, when they all decided to get in the cage and make a fool of themselves.
Dude, when you saw John Moxley sitting there like this with the guy's head going like this to blade him, it was the craziest thing that I've ever seen as a wrestling fan.
Brian, that surprises me because you love blood.
I've never seen it like, but that
and
was,
you love guts.
Bad. I love blood and guts. That was poorly done. blood and guts could be done. They've done blood and guts very well. Like there's been good blood and guts match. That was bad. There was just like a mess everywhere.
Anything enjoyable of that main event? It was an entire hour of garbage.
Dude, you sent that video of all the botches. You saw the video of like all the botches.
No, I can't wait to see it. I need to see it.
Oh my God, I have.
Oh my God,
I wish we could like play that. I wish we could like play videos on our stream and like watch it and enjoy it together. But you have to see.
There's a little camera cut of Ty Conti.
It's like a
trying
minute.
To squeeze an
I saw the bottle. I saw the bottle.
Alcohol.
I saw the bottle. I saw that.
Like, what? Kingston walks into the fire extinguisher.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that.
He sees the fire. Dude, when he botched the fucking Masada spot, the skewers.
It was retarded, bro.
That's when he had to blade him. He botched the skewers and then had to cut his little fucking head off.
Second stream in a row. Second stream on YouTube in a row. We dropped a hard R.
Who said it? Who said it?
Who said it? Who said it?
No.
Who said it?
No, you did, Sean. You did double R's.
Oh, you did double R's. No.
You did double R's.
You mean Rolls Royce?
You fucking Rolls Royced it, dude. Okay. You just went for it, then you went for it again, dude. You doubled it up.
Here's to that.
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
No, man.
All right, let's listen to this new Sus Christ music, and we'll start the show over again. All right, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
We wouldn't laugh on ABC.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World. July 5th, 2022. We are going to talk all things wrestling, AEW Blood and Guts review, Money in the Bank review. We just celebrated America's birthday. Happy birthday, America. Sean, thank you so much once again for buying me the... Thank you so much for buying me that red, white, and blue Stars and Stripes fedora a few weeks back.
You know it, baby.
I appreciate you so much. Our second ever episode on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Blvd Bullies versus the World. I am joined by my hosts, my co-hosts, my co-conspirators, Brian, the merch lord, and ringside Sean. How y'all doing? Happy birthday to you and America.
Happy birthday, Pat. Hope
America might suck, but fireworks are really cool. Is what I say.
Brian, what did you do? You were like standing on the roof of Macy's, literally, for the
Dude,
Macy's.
My job, I work in a crazy spot where I just got to stand alone and just watch the Macy's fireworks
on a roof
from like directly on the water.
That's like the best day to work.
It was insane. I got paid to stand there as I watched people like ants. Ugh, I was there. I filmed the whole entire thing on my phone. I have it.
Incredible.
God bless America.
Yeah, I felt the booms in my plumes from all the fireworks.
Shout out Dirty Heels Podcast. Hello. You know, I was thinking about you guys today. I was actually on Instagram scrolling and I saw something and I was like, they would be fun to have in studio.
Who?
The Dirty Heels Pod. They're nice guys. I just want to welcome YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube. We came from Twitch. We're about 20 episodes deep in Twitch, and we decided to switch over. Because who watches Twitch?
The 20th episode was the YouTube episode, wasn't it? Wasn't that 20? That was like our switch to YouTube was episode 20, I think.
Correct. So we did 19 Twitch episodes.
19 official Twitch episodes.
20th on YouTube. Demonetized right away, of course.
Of course.
Typically. So we have cups now, and we're going to talk all things wrestling. And, I watched 2 great movies, actually.
Which
over
ones?
the weekend. Well, wait, did I watch 2? Well, the first film, yes, I did watch 2. The first film I watched was Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe.
Oh, I saw it. Quality.
Which was
Quality
awesome.
Good?
Yeah, it was basically like Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Ridiculous. It was I think it was funnier.
Yeah, it was like
dumber. It was dumber.
It was an exactly modern take.
If that could be even possible. It was so good. It was very funny.
What did you watch it, Paramount?
Yeah,
it's Paramount Plus.
7-day trial, baby.
Yeah, that I highly enjoy. I highly recommend it as well.
And then I watched Someone and Marge Go Large. What the fuck's the guy's name? It's played by Bryan Cranston. It's like an old person movie. I watched an old person movie.
He's the main character?
Yeah, it's Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening.
Who's
Annette
that?
Bening? You're once, twice, 3 times a lady.
She's a singer, not a movie star?
No, she is a movie star. And if you know Sopranos, that was a very, very,
I don't know Sopranos. See, I don't know Sopranos. I'm more of a Breaking Bad. If she was in Breaking Bad, I might.
What the hell is with these faces over here? God damn it, Sean.
I'm looking myself, and I'm on my phone. So
well, why didn't somebody tell me? God, shoot.
What faces?
No, never mind. They're gone now.
That must have been that's like my computer, dude. It's crazy. It has a mind of its own.
Wait, so was it a sad movie? Was it a sad movie?
No, it was a great movie. It was about Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening, and they were married. And Bryan Cranston was they got married when they were 17. He worked in a factory his whole life. They kind of like forced him into retirement. And he didn't have anything to do. And his son-in-law bought him a boat. And he didn't like boating, but he's really good with numbers. So he realized that, like...
He's a genius. Is he a genius? Is he like a genius?
It's based on a true story as well. He realized that the state lottery had, like, a flaw in it through, like, mathematics and statistics. And he realizes that, if you put X amount of money into tickets, you can make money automatically on a certain day or whatever.
On, like, chances or whatever?
So, and then he discovers that, and then a really shitty kid from Harvard also discovers it, and they go head-to-head in a lottery thing. It's great.
Does he win?
I can't tell you that, Brian.
You know what I saw? I saw Beavis and Butthead as well, but then I saw Doctor Strange.
Ooh, hold on. Shut up for a second. Hey, Dirty Heels Podcast, we see you out there. I'm going to hit you on IG, and we will work something out. You'll come to the studio. Shout out Otter House Studios. I know I talked a lot of crap on it, But on July,
that's our boys. That's our boys for life. Otter, we can talk as much shit. They're like a wife. You can talk shit about.
We know what we're doing now. We know what we're doing now over there. We just didn't know what we were doing here today, but we're back. We're back. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please support the channel. Do all the stuff. I feel like Twitch was a niche thing, so I didn't want to spend our time doing the niche thing on the niche channel. So we're doing our niche thing on the YouTube. I think it's a little bit more accessible. You can go watch the replays, stuff of that nature.
Much easier.
You know, I don't know how to monetize. I don't know how to monetize YouTube, so you know, you're getting off with whatever, but you know how to support the bullies. So thank you so much. You know, what else is there to say? I'm trying to cover.
Thank you so much,
Sean.
Thank you so much.
Sean, complete the advertisement. What else did I miss about the YouTube and the Twitch? Oh, tomorrow night. Toxic Tweet Along, Blvd Bullies on Twitch, 8 p.m. Illustrious return. Urka in the chat. Sean, what else do we have to plug?
Is there a reason that you don't do that on YouTube too?
What's that?
The Toxic Tweet Along.
Well, I still want to have exclusive content for Twitch.
For the Twitch? That should just be for video games.
Video games only, eh?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know what makes more sense. Like, you might get more viewers for the Toxic Tweet Along on YouTube.
You know, I got to tell you, the YouTubers have come out in support. I feel like the...
So maybe it's probably good for your Twitch to have like content like that. So I don't know.
We need content. I hate the word content. It's like the worst.
Content's a shit word.
It's the worst word.
But you need it.
Speaking of shit content, did you guys watch AEW Blood and Guts?
Blood and Guts. Which was Blood and Guts. It's like you threw it up. You threw up your fucking guts watching it.
It was very bloody in the worst way. Like forced. It was like forced blood. It was like I hated it.
Brian, you love blood and guts.
I love blood when it makes you care. You know, blood is supposed to make you care. You know, like if you see the guy like blatantly taking a little stupid piece of something and being like, beep 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 beep, and then like,
which is the sound.
Takes away. Boo, 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 boo. It takes away from the whole thing.
It wasn't enjoyable. It was.
First of all, he fucked up.
That's the best way to put it.
Completely. He fucked up the Masada skewer spot, messed it up.
How'd he fuck it up?
The skewers, they didn't stick in his head. Not one stuck in his head, and they all broke in half. And then after that,
2.0, the guy with the long hair from 2.0, he was on the opposite end of the skewers. So as Moxley has the head and he's getting ready to spike them in, the guy flinches. So when he flinches and Mox goes down, the skewers break in half.
Yeah, the worst thing I ever saw.
It was
and
horrible.
Then, but directly after that is when he cuts him because he couldn't get the skewers to stick in his head.
He had him and blades him.
He had to do something that was shocking, I guess, or like that made something look brutal. And then he sat there for like 5 seconds with the camera right on him, blading.
My whole thing is this:
wow.
You have the Jericho Appreciation Society. You have the Blackpool Combat Club. They just went at it this past Sunday at the Forbidden Door. Leave it alone. End it. That's it. You know what? You got New Japan here. You're ending the week on a high note. You're going into a new city that you've never wrestled in, a brand new arena in Detroit, Michigan, and you're going to go and do the same thing all over again? Why not have AEW's best go up against New Japan's best? Why couldn't they do that? But no!
Well, they just did that at the Forbidden Door. Then they had the pay-per-view. Then they had the Blood and Guts. So they had the wrestling. Then you had the Blood and Guts.
It was despicable. Despicable.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was like there's like a literal like a minute and a half video of all the different botches that went on through that match.
Yeah,
I've seen. It's embarrassing. It's like embarrassing.
They climbed.
That's like their top talent. That's their top talent.
They don't know what to do with them.
I mean, what's his name? Claudio
Cannoli.
The ending was kind of like I kind of liked the ending. The best part that Claudio stole Eddie Kingston's moment.
He stole his vengeance.
He stole his vengeance.
Thought when they got up there that they didn't know what to do, because when the match was over, Jericho and what's his name?
That's the only reason the match mattered, was because it like furthered Claudio and Kingston's fucking beef.
I think it squashed Claudio.
There was no reason for Claudio to be in that match.
You know, it completely does. Now Claudio has to wrestle Kingston, and that's gonna be like, who cares? Kingston's annoying.
I'm kind of over him already. I'm kind of over it.
He was great at first.
Yo,
he was
and
cutting
you know what?
Good promos.
I was thinking too. You know, he had really, really, really great matches in WWE too. You know, it's like
Cesaro.
Yeah.
Cesaro. Remember when he did his teeth?
Oh, that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that was awesome though. See, that means you care.
No, that wasn't awesome. That was terrible. But I'm just saying, he's had great matches. He wrestled consistently good on WWE. So it's like, what's he going to be in AEW? He's just going to wrestle people too. He's going to wrestle people too. And instead of sounding like an idiot because some idiot wrote a script for him, he's going to sound like an idiot all on his own. You know? And he's still going to have great matches. And it was cool that it was like, oh, it was him. It's like, oh, okay, cool. King's
better than Gargano. Better than Gargano.
After every match, though, he's gonna get a very big hug after every match.
Dude, what is up with the hugging? The hugging is kind of like,
I don't know. It was ridiculous that
Why
night.
can't the man hug? That's the thing. Why can't some people give daps, some people give fist bumps, some people hug.
Because oh man, Brian.
Yo, if you saw Tony Khan, tell me you wouldn't like let him hug you or like hug him.
I mean, okay, so to me,
you're like, come here, little guy.
It's like
I'd hug him.
It's a fucking business, you know, and it's a press conference about a business that is
so it's unprofessional. It's unprofessional.
Yeah, and you know, and just because it's like, well, we live in a world where it's like, well, I'm a hugger. That's my truth. It doesn't mean that like hugging should be allowed in that. That's a very inappropriate, stupid.
What if it is a work?
It's got to be a work. I was the one.
Who knows if it is or not?
Don't turn that on me.
If it is a
Brian.
work, I think that's very funny. I think it's very funny work if it is one.
Don't turn it on me. You just be sure to say that I said the hugs are a work because MJF is going to resurface.
I can see it being a work. I can see it being a work.
And the super long-term storytelling.
You've said yourself that the whole shtick of him like doing the rope hold and him doing the funny promos of him being like a nerd. Is like a whole thing. It's like a work. He's probably like a cool, chill dude.
I don't know about that.
I think he might be a cool, chill dude, man. Tony Khan, laid back. I think he's a laid back boy.
I think when you start doing things like that, you give people, you know, a certain way of communicating with you. Oh, this guy's gonna give me hugs.
No, I'm just thinking about him holding the ropes, and I just started laughing. I'm just thinking about the fucking flamingo pose.
You can't make it up though. It's just like, why and how is he doing that?
Yo, I did that, didn't I? At the beer show, I did the Tony Khan rope thing.
You did, yes, you did it. You did. I went, no, don't do it.
It's like, yo, I gotta do. Oh my god, dude.
Shout out to hugs, though. Shout out to hugs.
And you know what's so stupid also? I mean, not to go from Forbidden Door back to last week's topic, but I mean, the gimmick last week, we were in studio, and it was just me completely botching and fucking up your guys' review of Forbidden Door. But
yeah, we had it. We were good.
I don't know about that. That's questionable. You will never know.
You know, and I think that next week next time we're in the studio, we should have an actual countdown clock, and you should let us go.
Okay.
And you shouldn't open your goddamn mouth.
I'm gonna do eight topics in 3 minutes, or 10 topics in 3 minutes.
It has to be about 8 topics about what's like a Money in the Bank or whatever review we're doing, like the matches.
I'll do that. It
has to make sense.
Fine. Next time we are in studio, which will be July 26th, right here on the YouTube channel.
We need to decide our guests. We need to decide our guests.
Is that 2 weeks from today?
There's a lot of things going on. We got to decide our guest. You know, also, you know, speaking of the Tony Khan press conferences and the hugging and stuff like that, I was thinking about it when I was listening to the press conferences and stuff after Forbidden Door. Forbidden Bore.
I enjoyed it.
No, it was good. It was a lot better than Blood and Guts, I'll tell you that. But we'll get back to Blood.
It was better than Money in the Bank too.
But I was thinking during the press conference, it's like it's so lame because he's such like a softy, and all the media, the journalists, like he lets like pretend wrestling journalists sit there and go like, yeah, Tony, Orange Cassidy is super over with me, and he's definitely my favorite wrestler. What do you have to say about the theme? Something, you know? And then it's like, whether it's a bunch of media people asking poignant questions trying to sound cool, or whether they're don't care about sounding cool.
Are those like work questions?
No, but it's just a bunch of marks. It's not like actual media.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like
There's nobody asking like any questions with any kind of discerning eye. It's like all to just like
it's not like
suck
ESPN
each other
or, like,
off.
Sports Illustrated.
Nah,
sitting
it's not.
there.
Everybody's sucking each other off, and it's like I guess that's cool. I guess because I like
It's
wrestling.
like who's representing Sportskeeda at AEW's Forbidden Door?
We
Who's
should be
then
at those.
taking-
See, we should be at those press conferences.
Well, we're gonna have
But
to
I think
delete
the
all these
questions we
videos. Then.
ask are enlightening questions. And we're gonna ask him, hey, excuse me, Mr. Khan, why are you giving so many hugs? And what is it doing for you in the long run?
You know what? How about seriously? No, but seriously though, what if at the next scrum somebody goes, "Hey Tony, how you doing, Pat? Ready? Let's all go around and ask questions. Let's all go around like we're called on.
Let's do it.
You know, it's like, oh, hi Tony, Pat from the Blvd Bullies. Great show tonight. Congratulations to you and all your performers. Thank you, Pat. I don't have it. We need to work on a Tony Khan impression. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, no problem. Listen, you had a lot of flack on Twitter. A lot of fans, both of AEW and both of not AEW, talking about the hugs being inappropriate. What do you have to say to some people who might criticize your hugs, or do you have any kind of reaction to that about why you hug every wrestler? I botched the question. I didn't do it right. Fuck.
Well, my question, Brian from the Blvd Bullies,
Yeah,
to
go
Mr.
ahead,
Tony
Brian.
Khan,
Go ahead, Brian.
is I'm just wondering about the cocaine usage that the people talk about. That would be my question to the Mr. Khan.
Well, all right, hold on. Let me try again. I need another go at that. Hi, Tony. Pat from the Bullies. Great show. Congratulations. Really one of the best. Last pay-per-view, you were kind of trending on Twitter after the media scrum. Your media scrums have kind of become stuff of legend. The newest topic being the hugs. I don't know if you've seen this, or do you care to make a comment about everybody's having an opinion about the way you greet your new superstars when they come to the media scrum? Thank you. Subscribe to Blvd Bullies YouTube channel. Thank you. Yeah, all right. That's better. All right, Brian, you go.
I'm sticking to my cocaine use.
Try to make it sound more like New York Times-y.
I don't work for the New York Times. I work for the Blvd Bullies.
I try to make it sound more like you're his friend.
I think that my use of cocaine question is acceptable, and we should pass it to Sean.
All right.
All right.
Okay, well, we got time for one more question. Oh, Sean, how you doing? Sean from the Bullies. Go right ahead.
Hi, Mr. Khan. Ringside Sean here with Blvd Bullies.
Right.
Mr. Khan, I have a question for you. Your family has extensive ties in the sports world, whether it be football or whether it be European football. Does your dad, Shad Khan, hug the players as you hug your talent?
Whoa, dude, that's
two hugging questions.
That's
two hugging questions.
Dude, wow.
My question of the cocaine got right to the point.
You know, I like better that Sean, like in that scenario, Sean, when he said ringside Sean, I was happy. Like, that's what Tony Khan will remember, not Blvd Bullies. He'll remember probably Brian for fucking it up.
Brian, the guy with the coke.
Question. I don't do cocaine.
We should do...
yeah, but it's just weird, man. I don't know. I've never seen myself
God,
like
we got demonetized. We dropped a C-bomb, dude.
That's a bad word to say.
I think the talk about using and maybe potentially consuming, even in a press...
I said I don't use.
Even in a fake press conference setting, I think that's a demonetization.
I guess it's really unprofessional and rude to ask about drug use at a fucking press conference.
We should keep a tally of who gets us demonetized on YouTube.
Can you actually tell?
Like the demonetizer of the week. And it's
well, Sean lost because he dropped 2 hard R's in one.
Whoa, I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Oh, we don't speak. These are unspeakable. Sorry.
Yo, so speaking of the New York Times, you remember we did the beer show at the New York Times was there, Sean? And they were very, very interested in me. It seemed like they were enamored with me, right?
Yes, they seemed very interested in Mr. Von Finity's work.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm kind of full of regret because they were like, what's your name? And I don't like to have a name. That's where Von Finnerty came from, because I was like, Patrick, Kenny. It was like I was talking to Verizon. It was like I was calling customer service.
Pat Kenny's a dope name. I think Pat Kenny is like a character name.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, maybe we'll lean into that. But that's where my first mistake was, Sean, as you know. And then I was telling you, you know, maybe I need a name. Like PK Finnerty, PK Von Finnerty. This is Vaughn's like a wrestling thing to do. But anyway, they took a whole bunch of photos of me at the beer show. They asked me a whole bunch of questions. We got along for 2 days in a row. I thought very famously, very excellently. You know, the photographer and the reporter. New York Times article. No mention of Pat Von Finnery.
Not one.
Not even one mention.
One.
Not even one.
Not one.
So,
ungrateful bastards.
As long as
you know what got me was the fact that she emphasized on the Austin stuff. There would have been no emphasis on the Austin stuff if there was no what? No what? No what? And no, if you're enjoying the beer, can you give me a hell yeah?
Dude, I can't believe.
There was not one mention of that.
There was not one mention of the very handsome, charming ring announcer and his handsome and charming merch guy.
No.
Yeah.
So it was a wrestling review or a review of the beer show?
I got snubbed, Brian.
Everything.
I got snubbed. The New York Times face pied me and Sean.
Well, you know, you might have gotten snubbed, but you also gotten very many praises from some high level boys. So fuck who was the review from? The New York Times? Who gives a shit?
The New York Times.
Fuck the paper. Fuck the media.
The Daily News.
Boo! Fuck the new paper.
Chinese food.
I hate the paper.
You were going Billy Joel on me, and I was like, wow, all right, keep going, baby.
Yeah, you got it.
Burn the newspapers.
We can't get demonetized for singing, can we? I'll meet you anytime you want.
If you're singing copyrighted music, we might.
Well, I'm not the idiot of the week because last week I demonetized us. This week it was probably both of you.
What'd I say? Oh, the C. I said the C.
So then Tony Khan has these media scrums with all these like friendly people, right? And you know, you guys know who JD from New York is?
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, he's like
you want to talk about somebody who drops the hard R? He drops it, kicks it, picks it up, throws it 30 yards.
He's like Superhuman's angry and lucid older brother.
Yeah, dude, I remember one time he like went on Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss actually tweeted him back, like, yo, what the hell's your problem with me? What did I do to you? He's like, you fucking suck. You suck.
He gets crazy, dude.
He's a psycho. He does some crazy shit that I would never, ever do. I don't know how he hasn't broken his back.
Oh, you're talking about Superhuman?
Superhuman? Who do you think? I'm talking about Alexa Bliss?
Wait, we're talking about JD from New York. You're talking about Superhuman?
I said that JD from...
Yeah.
JD from New York here, and I'm here for my juggalos and juggalettes. Don't try this at home, and I hope you like it. Whoop, whoop.
Yo, didn't he come onto the fucking Instagram?
He did. Pat,
he came on.
He was on the Instagram Live. When
you know, Superhuman and I go way back. Whoop whoop. Obviously, you know, he's a fan. He's a friend of the Bullies. Let's just say he's a friend of the Bullies.
We love friends.
Shout out to the Superhuman,
dude. So JD.
So sorry, I totally fucked that up. I wasn't listening, and I wasn't listening about JD.
No, because Brian was so into my joke that JD is like Superhuman's lucid older brother. Right. Or it's like his dad.
He does, yeah.
Like his angry dad.
That got left behind.
But anyway, did you hear about this? His media scrum video, because all the YouTubers who were there, they get to... And by the way, Blvd Bullies have been the original Gonzo wrestling journalists from the beginning. Like, none of these people started when we started. We inspired them to start. We've been featured on Vice. We just got featured in a new documentary now streaming live on Vimeo. You know, and all that stuff. So it's like, fuck all them. They're YouTubers. They're actually doing the press. We thought that there was no future in actual wrestling journalism, so we just made a joke out of the whole thing. And little did I know that there would be media scrums in Las Vegas, Nevada. We could have just been nice. And then finally asked him about the cocaine. But anyway, JD's fucking media scrum video got demonetized. And then JD was like tweeting, and he was like, yo, do any of my friends have anybody who works at YouTube? And it's like, oh, dude, you don't even have your own YouTube guy? Fuck out of here. Anyway, so he's like, does anybody have what? I thought Tony specifically said, but they put a claim on our video. Then it comes out, dude. JD from New York was at some event. He was talking all this shit about Selena Vega. and Zelina Vega's cousin was there at the event, overheard.
Oh, shit.
And so the
speculation. What's her name? Serena?
I don't know who it was. The speculation was that word got back to A Black, and then A Black fucking told Tony, like, yo, that guy right there, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what they're saying. And then, of course,
You
JD.
gotta watch what you say, man. You watch what you say. They're going to take the food off your plate.
Well,
if you
dude,
say some fucked up.
we're going to have to tighten up because, like, the only benefit to us not being canceled is that nobody watches.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we've been streaming since before pandemic.
You don't say anything really rude, though.
Oh, I mean, I've had some 6-hour Bloodborne streams of just total meltdowns somewhere in there. I've definitely had things where it's like I wake up, delete VOD, delete. As soon as I wake up, no.
Take us out. Yeah, man, he messed up, though, for sure, though. And you know what's crazy is that he's from Queens. He's that's like, isn't he from? He's like from Queens or the Bronx. Regardless, he's a New York guy. He's a New Yorker.
He gives New York a bad name though, dude.
He does.
Yeah, he really does. Because it's like JD from NY, and it's like, yo, he's got a good audience, dude. And apparently, he's doing great numbers. And you know, it's smart. He's smart. Like, we should have been smart. We should have just reviewed every AEW show from the beginning, you know, and just like made it a thing. You know, it's like when Elden Ring came out, we should
every night right after the show's end. He is on for like 2 hours.
Yo, and you know what? He does not stutter. He does not miss a beat. He is a great talker, much better than me. You know, and I want to hate him, but I listen back to our stuff. And by the way, I want to apologize to you guys for the studio show. I feel like
I enjoyed that show, and I'm happy to do it again.
I feel like it went so well, but you know, it's like I can actually see the moment. You know that part of The Simpsons where it's like I choose you? If you go frame by frame, you can actually see the moment Ralph's heart breaks in half. Right? That's like me. I could see the moment that I become manic. And I'm just so happy.
Well, shout out Jaden Vallow.
Shout out.
That. He's awesome. He made that show awesome.
You want to talk about Trooper? That is a Trooper.
Yeah, he was awesome.
To him.
See, I feel like you guys are saying that because it's like the implication is he's a trooper because he had to deal with me.
No, I'm shouting him out because he was awesome and I enjoyed his presence on our show. That's all I was saying. I wasn't being negative.
No negativity here at all.
No negativity. Jaden Vallow is an awesome boy.
Jaden Vallow is an awesome boy.
And shout out Jaden Vallow for coming on to our show.
I thought
first guest.
And by the way, if you haven't seen last week's episode, we were live in studio. It's something we're going to be doing the last Tuesday of every month. And we're going to be having a live guest and a live studio audience. I thought that the live studio audience, although it was only like 3 or 4 people, one of them being Jaden Vallow for most of it, made it awesome. Yeah. I thought that made it awesome, and I left there so happy, so pleased with how things went. And then I watched it. I watched the whole thing that night, and I got about an hour and a half in. And I said, all right, I fucking hate myself. I'm done watching this. Usually I only get about a half in.
That's like deep in it.
Yeah. It came around right around the poetry. It's like you guys are doing the poem, and I would like keep interrupting and go like, oh yeah, nice. And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. God, jeez.
Those poetry reactions.
I can't do it anymore, man. We missed our time.
We're going to do that again. We're going to do the poetry again.
Yeah, you guys like the poetry?
I enjoyed it. That was just like something I had to do on my own that I did.
Yeah, we had some great poems. So there were some great poems all around.
Insane poems. We wrote them with our own brains.
Bren. Wow, Pat, you're back on YouTube. What happened on for Twitch? Did Steve break up with you for Casanova Valentine? Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Steve broke up with me in October of 2019. Kind of laid low for 6 months, figured out what I wanted to do. Gave Steve 6 months to reconsider. Told him to keep the money and told him that he's officially bought out. Worked with Cass for 2 more years, producing and writing and...
That's when I came in here.
Helping out with the no-ring death matches and fucking ring announcing them and refereeing them. And life was grand. You know, Brian, we were just talking about it. This time last year, we sold about fucking 50 neon and mint anti-wrestling shirts at the Great American Trash. It was with Hoodfoot, and it was your refereeing debut.
Ah, that was a good time.
We did kind of a thing like, is there a referee in the house?
I wore the referee shirt under my shirt the whole night.
Yeah. Oh my God, you took the shirt off. Sweat.
So that was happening.
I pulled it off, bro.
So that was happening, and life was good. And we lasted all the way from July to Halloween. And, it was like turbulent times. And then on Halloween, Brian and I and Cass went to the Matt Tremont Light Yourself on Fire Spectacular. And when we were and just a whole bunch of like negative,
like the Macy's fireworks display that night.
Yeah, like let me just jump. Hey, it was just like basically it was a night of hey, come on, jump in the fire. You know what I'm saying? And so basically,
that's exactly what it was. I think that's exactly what it was, and that's what it had to be. That was our final Cass encounter, honestly.
Yeah. So basically, Cass, there was in my own defense. I mean,
we have since then squashed the beef. We shake Cass's hand.
Well, there's no beef. There's no beef. Right.
We shake Cass's hands.
Now, when we see Cass, he comes up to me and he kind of like make-a-wishes me and he goes, how you doing? You okay? You all right? It's like, yeah, dude, I'm all right.
Still wishes me.
Yeah. And actually on that night of the, come on, jump in the fire, with Matt Tremont walking out like this. Brian, you remember that?
Oh, man, it was so brutal,
he was walking out of the baseball stadium like this.
They threw him in the car.
The whole right side was like melted. Like nothing I've ever seen before.
I smelt it, dude.
So anyway, I screamed at Cass the entire 4-hour car ride home. And told him the iconic line, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. Why don't you go? That was Stone Cold's line. My line was, why don't you go get Steve to do your refereeing for you? And that's exactly what happened. So, even in the end, I'm providing jobs to the people. There's a new ring announcer. There's a new referee. And yeah, nice to meet you. We got Brian, the merch lord, and ringside Sean. And we're, listen, it took me a long time. But, you have like Blvd Bullies has always been about friends, going to wrestling and talking about wrestling. And, in life, your friends change. And Steve built his own new thing right off the back of the Blvd Bullies. He's refereeing. And, if he could ever come up with a good shirt idea without me, he'd probably sell a lot at those cast shows. And ironically, now I work at a place that prints Steve shirts. And he definitely fulfills more orders than we do. So those memes are working, dude. Memes are working.
I will say how good you do print shirts. And that's, you guys, people in this room, if you do need shirts, should go to Start Today Printing for all your shirt printing needs.
Pat, Brent also asks, is this an NXT 2.0 rebirth?
Yeah, dude. Have you heard the music? Let's listen to this music again, dude.
Let's go. I love it.
Have you heard this new music? Have you heard this?
It's original creation. It's an original creation from the mind of Slug Christ. Awful Records.
Shh, so spooky.
Love it.
I don't know. What? Brian, didn't you say you wanted to say like Boulevard?
That's what he said. That's exactly what he wanted to do there because it was missing something.
Yeah, so that's our creepy new music from the mind of Brian, the merch lord, sound guy, to the sus Christ. Great times, great job, everybody. What else we got going on? Did you guys watch any July 4th wrestling? The Psycho Circus or whatever, what's it called? The Gathering of the Circus, ICW.
This GCW, the backyard wrestling thing?
GCW was yesterday. Sunday was the Evansville show with the Rock and Roll Express.
Circus was ICW, right?
Yeah.
Someone got stabbed, right? Somebody got stabbed.
That was like outside. That had nothing to do with even anything inside the room.
Listen, Sean, it had nothing to do with the event. Hi, Dave DeManto, Pat from the Blvd Bullies here. Just wonder if you heard about any more details that you had with the stabbing, or any comments, questions, or comments.
Everything was fine. I think everything was fine. There was just an altercation of whatever area they were in.
Brian, do you have a question for the post ICW Detroit show press conference and media scrum? Danny DeManto, you want to chime in?
I have no comment.
No, it's not. You're the reporter. You're the reporter.
I'm a fan of ICW.
If you don't have a question, you just sit there. You just no comments for him to say.
Right. I'm sorry.
Sean, do you have any press conference?
I do. Danny DeManto, this is Ringside Sean here with the Blvd Bullies.
How you doing?
One quick question.
Oh, Blvd Bullies, huh?
All the time. Is the next event going to be ICW Stab?
It didn't have anything to do with the event.
Yo, speaking of Stab, come on, let's be serious right now, okay? Oh, man, listen, obviously we're talking about JD from New York. He's a friend of the Bullies, probably. We got plenty of people, friend of the Bullies, but I got to say something. Speaking of Stab from Scream 2. No, I'm just kidding. Speaking of Stab, what do you think about Hoodfoot getting stabbed viciously and uncontrollably?
It was an accident.
And very irresponsibly in the arm, and then like a day later seeing a fucking...
They were doing it to each other. And the tube that was getting to Hoodfoot happened to pop.
It was bad, bro.
It was an accident. Bad. As soon as it happened, you see Slade's face, and Slade was like,
"Yeah, his eyes open."
But it was an accident. It was
that was some Bush League amateur shit, dude.
They were doing it to each other. It was an accident, and it happens.
Yeah,
My thing is, you're working light tubes. Learn how to use them. If you
it was an accident. Hoodfoot didn't stab Slade. Hoodfoot did it perfectly fine.
Exactly.
He worked. It was an accident. It was an accident. Slade fucked it up.
Slade, I saw the video. He was Mike Myersing him, dude.
He went hard. He did it very hard.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He did it like
it was an accident.
He shanked him like this,
But that's not even the point. The point is that now, after his injury that he sustained, he's receiving beneficial money for it. And that Pat has a problem. Pat has a problem.
What? I never said that.
I feel like this.
What about Akira got into a car crash, a fender bender? And by the way, that damage is on the front of the car. That's not on the rear bumper. That's on the front. So he's probably checking his fucking wrestling Twitter, slammed into the front of somebody, and then the very next day he's like, "Man, nothing could go my way. I just got this car. Please donate to my GoFundMe so I can get to wrestling shows." It's like, yo, dude, my car brings me to wrestling shows. My car brings me to work.
So is he not wrestling at all?
I don't know. I'm cranky. I'm Scrooge McDuck.
Two things right now. One, Akira's a cuck. Two, Hoodfoot didn't even ask for money.
Right, you just got us demonetized, dude. What the hell? We switched to YouTube. We switched to YouTube so you would stop saying cuck, dude.
It's not a bad word. I'm just saying
Well, why do you have to cuck shame, dude?
That just sounded so personal.
I'm sorry. We're called Blvd Bullies, not Boulevard Nice Guys. Anyway, number two, Hoodfoot didn't ask for any money.
This was a terrible idea.
Hoodfoot.
We should go back to Twitch where nobody was watching, dude.
You're making me tight.
Where we could just get away with talking all this crazy nonsense.
Is getting a benefit. Akira's blatantly asking for money, and it's completely different. And that's my stance on the whole thing.
But you donated money to both of them, didn't you?
I donated money to Hoodfoot. That's my boy.
Oh, get the hell out of here. I think the FBI just tapped into your headset when you said that.
What do they want?
Yeah, they did, Mike.
They're just trying to let you know. It's just a friendly reminder that it could be a tax write-off. So you're fine. You're good. Good for you.
Dude, I'm going to say I've had to have use a GoFundMe, and I understand the struggle of needing money. And it's not easy.
GoFunded me your cat, dude.
Right, but he didn't even ask for the GoFundMe. He's getting funded
Hoodfoot's
by
all
the
right.
community.
Hoodfoot I like, and at the beer
He's
show.
a good guy, dude. That's my boy.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just, man, I just look at JD from New York, man. He's got so many people watching him. I just wanted to have a hot take, dude. I apologize.
It's very. I think that it's very different.
I just wanted to have a hot take, man.
To blatantly ask for money is very different than having a company do a benefit show for your injury.
You're right. Okay, Hoodfoot definitely does not bother me. He was wrestling with an idiot. Jimmy Lloyd would never do that to somebody.
I don't really know Slade. I don't know Slade, but it was an accident, man. Accidents happen. Sabu, remember when Sabu got like a similar injury? He did it to himself, but it's still.
Listen, I just want to shout out. I want to stop for a second. I want to shout out. Remember when the kid wanted to stab Kid Osborne at H2O? Matthew McHugh, what's up, dude? Oh, you know what? Just seeing your name makes me happy that we're back on YouTube. I haven't seen you in a while. We've been fucking doing Twitch. But Twitch, we don't get demonetized on Twitch. And obviously now, dude, I think at the end of the show we're gonna vote. At the end of the show we're gonna vote who was the demonetized master. I just want you to remember, maybe in the beginning, Brian and Sean and I made some brief indiscretions, keep in mind, I'm telling the guys behind the scenes, hey, wear long pants to the studio show. I don't want to see your thighs. Hey, drink out of cups, guys. Let's try to keep it classy.
I got my thigh boys on today.
No smoking.
You can't see them. You can't see them. I have them on.
Brian, I think you're probably in the lead.
Just because I said the C, I said 2 C's. I don't know if I agree.
How do we even know he didn't ask for the benefit? Crazy Glue My Soul Back Together. That's the name of my new band, actually. Or no, it's the name of my new band's first album. Crazy Glue My Soul Back Together.
Even if he did ask for it.
Hey, Brett.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
It's an accident. Boy needs money. He bleeds buckets for us.
Yeah, Hoodfoot's got some crazy circulation.
He bleeds more than anybody I've ever seen.
He's ridiculous, bro.
He's just a good dude. He's just like a nice person.
Nah,
you talk to the guy, he just like talks to you like a real dude.
You know what's funny, Brian? After July 4th last year, that was the match we refereed, Cass versus Hood.
Dude, and he made that so fun for me, dude.
He was cool. He was he is really a nice guy, and I actually hung out with him all night. Yep. And then at the beer show, I wasn't sure if he'd remember me. And actually, just bring it all full circle. He was like mad friendly. He was like, "Hey, man, hey," he's like, "Hey, you coming to Lucky 13 tonight?" And I was like, "Nah, not really, man." And he's like, "Well, you're gonna be refereeing the show tomorrow, right? The no ring?" I was like, no, nah. I was like, "Yo, dude." He's like, "Well, you got to come hang. You're gonna be there."
A friend of the Bullies. He's a friend.
Hoodfoot, friend of the Bullies.
Get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon.
He's making a period he has like 62 stitches on his arm and like 30 inside of it.
That's crazy, bro.
And he's made appearances throughout the weekend.
Wrestled?
No, not wrestling. He's like he came out with a wrapped arm and like cut promos. Yeah. Which is insane.
At that point, it's like you have the dates booked. Is the booker gonna be fucked up and say, "Hey, you and your rip part of your body can stay in the hotel where you're at with the bloody towels. Like, don't come here for the."
Hoodfoot could have stayed home, but he chose to go to the circus and fucking see his fucking boys.
That's what you call a hustler right there, though.
Right. That's why I love Hoodfoot.
Yeah, he's dope.
That's why Akira's a C.
Are they asking for Bald Steve?
No. Well, Bald Steve. Well,
I wish Bald Steve was here. I love Bald Steve.
Thank you, guys.
I wish he was here every week with us.
Bald Steve was the MVP last week. He was riding the levels
every week. He's the MVP. He's not even here.
All right,
he held him down, bro.
I want to get into Money in the Bank. I want to get into WWE, but shout out everybody watching. Where's Steve? Pest __, maybe a third underscore. Bald Steve is going to be an in-studio producer, in-studio guest and friend every single time.
Every month.
To me, he's always been the best bully. He's always been the best. If you're asking about Steve, Cuck Steve, Cuck Steve actually left.
Right.
Cuck Steve didn't want to commit to doing something like every single week, every single weekend. So he, stole money. I forgave him and told him that I bought him out. And now he does his own thing, and he just wanted to do memes. So if that's who you're talking about, I don't know.
Delete.
Damn, every time. Yo, maybe that's a new running theme, too. I'm going to shit on Otter House every single time.
No, we like Otter House. We changed it to now that we praise Otter House. That was the new thing in this show. We like Otter House.
Oh, that's right, because my light went out and we had all types of technical issues.
Right. We like Otter House now.
Well, Bald Steve is the best. Shout out Bald Steve. Now let's talk about, we have like, I want to go like a few more minutes because I think at an hour we're going to take a little smoke break.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think we need a little smoke break. I've been dying not to light up on stream.
So that means,
but you've demonetized us. You've demonetized us several times.
You said it two now. Now you've said it 2 times me. So now you're just as bad.
No,
it's just
you let the dinosaurs out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
I love dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are dope.
Oof, I was asking about Good Steve. You know what, pest underscore.
Cheers, pest.
As I was complaining about Cuck Steve, I realized right through that whole rant that you were probably just referring to last week's Steve.
He's like,
right.
Oof.
Which makes sense. Logical. That's the logical thought.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The resentment is like newly fresh in my heart because the 4th of July anniversary came up. And like last 4th of July, I have so many great memories of hanging out with you and Effie.
That was the best, dude.
And
literally the best time.
And, Hoodfoot. And
everybody was there. Literally everybody.
And you remember Effie hanging out with us? We set up our merch table right next to him. It was like grand old time.
That was the night. That was the night of Cass's magical trip.
No.
Yeah, wasn't it? That was when Cass was in his magical land.
Dude, magical is the worst way to
don't even say that.
What happened?
Well, that was a great time that we don't have to disclose on live stream, but it was good. Good times.
I'm mad hung up. I'm still not over the breakup, you know. I miss doing those no ring shows, dude.
It was a good time. It was a good time, but it's a toxic time.
It was a toxic time, and we got to save our toxicity for the tweets. So if you're in the sound of my ears, you got to tune in tomorrow for the toxic tweet along on Blvd Bullies Twitch channel. 8 to 10 during AEW. We read the tweets. We got our finger on the pulse of the wrestling community. The internet wrestling community.
Your little sounds that you play is the best.
We play little sounds. We have a tweet and delete sound thanks to Jedi Joe. Shout out Jedi Joe.
Genius.
Does this mean we get Drunk Santa back? Dude. You know what? When during pandemic, when we were streaming, we were talking about Drunk Santa. Jomo, a great Twitch subscriber, a great Twitch friend who we made, who was at the Great American Bash 2 years before.
These comments are fucking hilarious.
Yo, Brian, Effie wore loafers 1 year at Great American Trash. Yo, Great American Trash was my favorite event. That's why I'm salty about it. Just because yesterday was the 4th. They had their show on the 3rd. Man Bun Jesus was there. Puff was there. You know what I mean? I felt left out, dude. It's like because I don't like Cass. Last year, Cass was like the last guy who we hung out with. We hung out with Effie all night. We hung out with Puff.
Oh yeah, it was that we literally chilled with everybody but Cass until the end of the night.
Brian, oh man, you know how we're doing. This is a new thing that we do on the show. We're gonna do fake press conference questions. So I'm gonna read the chat for you, Brian. You actually have a press conference question.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna
this is a question to me.
Yeah, this is a question directly to you, and I'm gonna reenact it from the chat. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Hi, Pest here from Blvd Bullies chat. Brian, can you elaborate on who is a cuck, Akira, and why you would say Akira is a cuck?
Yeah, Akira is a cuck. Akira is a cuck because he blatantly asks for money when he crashes his own vehicle into other people. And I think that makes you that.
Okay, let's pretend we're on a Comic-Con panel, which we're never going to get invited to because Brian continues to call wrestlers cucks.
It was in your question.
Sean.
It was in your question.
Sean, do you care to comment on Brian's
question?
Sean, hi, Sean, Pest __ from Blvd Bullies live chat. Want to know, Sean, do you care to comment on Brian's answer? Maybe talk about what the Blvd Bullies consider a cuck? I know Pat's not here. Pat's not here because he's at the charity golf event. You know.
Most importantly, thank you for having the Blvd Bullies at this panel. Over at the Blvd Bullies, we like to see cucks as people who don't really contribute much into the society of pro wrestling, but more so they like to take and just take. And we come across a lot of people who just take and, well, when they pass
they like to take, they like to watch, you know? They like to take and they like to watch.
You know, I feel like you're going to put me in a spot where I'm defending the cucks because the cucks don't take. They give. They give their significant others. They give. Like Akira, he's giving. He's like he's gonna cut.
But they're not really giving. They're not giving. They're more of watching for their own satisfaction.
You know, Brian, I think that what you were trying to say.
It's very selfish.
I think what you're trying to say is that
Cucks are selfish.
Akira is gonna sit on the sidelines and watch the fans pay for his car to get fixed.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think that's what you were trying to say. Instead of paying for it to get fixed, he's gonna sit
watch
in a dark corner
and watch the money go into his account.
And he's gonna go into the mechanic shop all day and watch
money's
them.
Gonna penetrate the account, and he's gonna enjoy it as he sits and watches.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Well, you know what? I'm glad that we figured that out. Thank you for coming to the Blvd Bullies panel. We'll be back next year.
Is that a smoke break?
I think we're gonna take a smoke break. I don't have like a thing to go to. I don't have like a smoke break thing to go to. I just have a black screen and the countdown, the 5-minute countdown. You know what? Let's do a 5-minute smoke break.
We'll probably come back before. We might come back before 5 minutes.
We might even come back before 5 minutes. And by the way, this is YouTube, so you can watch the entire thing later. So if you want to leave, you got to leave, you can. But we're going to go for probably another hour. We're going to talk about Money in the Bank. We're going to talk about what the hell else is going on. Hold on, I'm going to read through all of this. We're going to talk about GCW July 4th. We're going to talk about the Matt Lenz documentary. We're going to discuss who our next guest is going to be for the studio show on the 26th. I want to talk some WWE, all things WWE, and maybe we can preview a little Dynamite if you guys want to.
Yes, that's important.
Is that cool?
Tomorrow. Yes.
All right, cool. So, tune in every week. We're going to take a 5-minute smoke break. I really appreciate all of you. I'm just feeling so good. I feel like this was the right decision to move to YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of old names and old faces in the chat. And anybody who's over on Twitch is coming on over to YouTube, so I'm really excited. We have new things coming up. We're going to do the Meme of the Week giveaway, the meme contest, which will be a giveaway every single week. That'll start the next studio show and carry on through the Zoom shows, and we're just going to do that every week. Meme of the Week. What else are we going to do? I don't fucking know. But let's just take this smoke break.
Take over the world. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take over the world.
We're going to fight it. We're going to fight the world. Because that's what we do.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. We got breaking news. A friend of the Bullies, Pest _ says that they lost their left shoe. And maybe somebody picked it up and stole it. But they need to buy a new left shoe. And they have a GoFundMe for it. So drop that GoFundMe for your left shoe in the chat.
Drop it down low.
And let's all go take
this is Pest's best impersonation of a C.
Pest has a long way back to the diary.
Logan Stein, what's up? Cheers to you, Logan Stein. Urka, Pest, Pork Chop Express. I see you, Jedi Joe, out there. Adam, I just want to shout all you guys out. It's a great seeing you. Like I said, 5-minute smoke break. We'll be right back. We're going to go to like another hour when we get back. Bye! What's up, y'all? It's me, Pat, with the Blvd Bullies, Pat Kenny, as well as Brian, the Merch Lord, Ringside Sean, and conspicuous by his absence, Bald Steve, who will be back with us. Without Bald Steve, I'm over here on my computer playing DJ. We're still working out the kinks. It's only our second YouTube show. We will be back in studio on Tuesday, July 26th. And Bald Steve will be there. We're going to have a new version of that Thug Christ theme music. Thug Christ. Sus Christ.
Slug Christ.
Slug Christ. Sus Christ.
That's his handle.
1877 cars for cucks. 1877 cars for cucks. 1877 cars for cucks. Donate to fix my car.
Right. Wait, so I think that we were going to talk about who's going to be the next guest.
Yeah, I want to talk about
show.
that. I want to talk about who's going to be the next guest. You know, originally, I wanted to have like a Joey Conway or a Man Bun Jesus on the show.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think it should be the guys that were in the studio audience, the Slime Boys.
Slime Balls.
The Slime Balls. I think it should be the Slime Balls.
Tommy Rant and Sage Chance.
Yeah, I think if we got them to come, they would probably bring some of their boys, and we can get them to have a studio audience of like their friends. And it would be funny as fuck. They're funny dudes. I like that
those
guy.
guys a lot. I like that.
What was the big kid's name?
Tommy Rant.
Tommy Rant. I think he's awesome.
You want to laugh? He pulls me over when we're done with the show last week, and he goes, I have a question. Did you used to wrestle in a park? Well, the show's on YouTube and like public access. I was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, we used to watch you.
Did you actually do that? Did you actually do that? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man. I wrestled in a park for quite some time. My poem last week.
Brian, didn't you listen to the poem, dude?
He did it because he ran to the bathroom.
You went to the bathroom during the poem, dude.
I did, but I had to pee.
He heard it though. He heard it. I recited it.
I did. So that was about wrestling in the park. That was about
I wrestled and I bumped in New York City parks.
Right.
And he respected it. So shout out to you, Tommy Rant.
Shout out. I would like that to be the guest.
I feel like as far as the second guest goes, I want to like keep it rolling with like a bang.
So it should be like, so what is your idea?
You know, because Blvd Bullies has always been great at assessing and making friends with future talent. MJF,
okay.
Joe Gacy, you know, Mance Warner, Matt Tremont even, Casanova Valentine, you could even say. We're always right with the guys before they blow.
On the cusp.
And I think Jaden Vallow is about to blow, and I think you're going to look back probably 3 years from now, just like you could look back 3 years prior for the MJF promos and be like, wow, I can't believe that. I feel like Jaden Vallow is going to be the same thing. We're going to be one day saying, I can't believe that Jaden Vallow read a poem on our show.
That is insane.
I thought the same thing.
I completely agree with you. He's going to be. I think he can be on AEW. He can even be on WWE.
We discovered
the first thing that hit me. I was like, wow, we have our first, person here is a future breakout star.
We discovered Jimmy Lloyd.
Jimmy Lloyd is actually insane.
We discovered Jimmy Lloyd. That's a great point.
A different boy and like a little strange.
I sang on his theme music.
I hung out with him. You actually sang on. You did gang vocals on it.
You're fucking with a different boy.
Who did that? That was you guys?
Dude, I'm on the gang vocals on that track. Hit you with a thumbtack. #1 wrestler. Pin you for the win, and then I'm going to the sandwich shop.
He's definitely like a little strange. He's a strange, different boy, but he's awesome. He's awesome to watch, and he does crazy shit. And he doesn't get hurt like Hoodfoot get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like Jimmy Lloyd doesn't.
Every wrestler has a superpower, right? Like Joey Janela's superpower is to break the fourth wall and drive the Barbie truck. You know, certain superpowers for wrestlers, that could be super strength, super finishing move. Jimmy Lloyd's superpower is that he's like the creator wrestler that you created when you had all the moves. So it's like the running weak attack is
he has like
Goldberg's spear.
Moves. Right.
You know, like just like grapple.
Standing strong punch is like a super kick.
Right, standing strong punch, super kick. Charge R2, super kick. You know, weak grapple, up and A, tombstone.
Right.
And if you like Irish whip him, he could just stop. Like,
right. He just stops. He doesn't even run. He just stops and then turns around.
Wrestlers are playing checkers. Jimmy Lloyd is playing WWF No Mercy for N64.
He's entertaining as fuck, and I fucking Jimmy Lloyd. Imagine
you're just an indie wrestler and you show up to a show. You're just like fucking Bam Sullivan or whatever. You come from like a good family. You got a good job. You wrestle on the weekends. Like, hey, who am I wrestling tonight? Oh, Jimmy Lloyd. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? What's your finisher? Oh, it's a middle rope tombstone, second rope tombstone. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so you're just gonna spike me from the second rope. Okay, cool. For great, cool, awesome.
Yep.
Love that.
And then he does it, and everything's fine.
You know, his hair is so beautiful; it looks like a wig. You got to yell Lloyd at him. Because that's how you know what his name is. His tights say Lloyd.
Lloyd.
It's like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber became a wrestler.
Should we get Jimmy Lloyd to be the next guest?
Yo, so that's what I was saying. Here's my pick for the next guest. I wanted to do a dear friend. I wanted to do a Joey Conway. I wanted to do a Slime Balls. I wanted to do something like that. But then I was thinking, I put Jaden Vallow in such a terrible spot and yelled about Michael Mistretta. And I not only shit on his stiffing of Irish, but I also made fun of him holding the title in the bag. Yes, so I feel like what we should do is... You
came at his throat. You came at his throat.
Oh, man. Just
Excuse me, you came in what?
Took us off YouTube. Just demonetized us again.
Wait, if we have this man in the studio, could we replay what you said?
So that's the gimmick. I think we should have both Irish and... Michael Mistretta
a double
guest,
a double guest,
and then like the bit will be that I'll start off burying Irish. I'll be like, Irish, is it true that you made Michael Mistretta look bad by not turning your head? You know, and then like Steve, because Steve will be there, he'll play like the sound bites. I'm like, Pat, I'm sorry to interrupt. Like, didn't last week you say this? And it'll be like a whole gimmick, and then Michael Mistretta will like storm out.
I think that's so funny, dude.
I don't want to do that because
we should have the Can we invite the Slime Balls to like be the studio audience?
Yeah,
because we still need a studio audience. You know what I mean?
I feel like Michael Mistretta is gonna cut me hard and he's gonna cut me deep.
Dude, if he walks out on live podcast, that would be such good shit.
You know, I wanted to have a friend. I want to, hey, Beer, Blood, and Body Slams. Everybody go follow Beer, Blood, and Body Slams on all YouTube and Instagram and social media.
And all that good shit.
Cheers to them. You know, it's funny, the New York Times article that snubbed me and talked to me for all the beer weekend, they stole your damn title, dude. Beer, Blood, and Body Slams? They named it Beer and Body Slams, Dad.
Not cool.
Yo, let me ask you, did that writer get you in a corner?
Very original.
Did that writer get you in a corner and ask you, dude, like, what's the name of your thing? What do you do? And you said Beer, Blood, and Body Slams, and she was like, oh, bingo, just got my new title. Later, loser.
You know what I did see also that I was tight?
Tell me.
We didn't get invited to the Hooters SummerSlam watch-along.
Did we do that last year?
We were invited. We were the hosts.
We were the hosts of the Hooters SummerSlam watch-along last year. We hosted a beer pong tournament.
Oh, and Forest.
We did. That was right? Awesome. Yeah, we did Fresh Meadows, right in Pat's backyard.
And what, you guys didn't go?
No, we killed it. I thought that was
now
awesome.
now it's going to be in like New Jersey.
Oh, is that what it is? It's in Jersey? No, it's in Fresh Meadows, dude. It's in Hooters and Fresh Meadows.
From who? Who's throwing it?
It's the same guy, Jimmy J Entertainment.
You know what? I'm going to put a message into Jimmy J. And you know what? Maybe we'll have Jimmy J on the show.
And to talk about this.
When is SummerSlam? When is SummerSlam?
It's got to be in August.
The 29th. Our show's on the 26th. Dude, we're going to have Michael Mistretta, and we're going to have Jimmy James on the show.
I'm so with it.
And we're going to promote the show.
Right.
And we're going to tell him, yo, dude, we topped out at fucking 18 viewers last month, last week.
We could literally live stream.
We could go live stream right from the show. We could do whatever we want. You need us on the show, dude. And then he's going to be like, you know what, Pat? You're absolutely right.
If he comes on the show, you have to bring a referee shirt.
We just
got to settle it right there.
Dude, we wore our referee shirts while we did the beer pong. It was very funny. It was good. People were into it.
It was an epic beer pong battle.
It was an epic beer pong battle, dude.
I think if that works for you guys, me being where I'm gonna be at, well, we'll disclose later. It'll be cool because there'll be 2 bully things going on at once in
I
2
like
different places.
I like that. World domination.
I saw that, and I was very tight. And I think that we definitely should hit them up and be like, "Why is the Bullies not hosting this stinking show?"
Well, Brian, just like you can't ask the good press conference questions, I'm going to package that question in a more consumable email.
That's why there's 3 of us.
Sean, you now look like a reliever for the San Francisco Giants.
Looks like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're the reliever with like the long black straight hair. It's beautiful.
When they come out like this,
My favorite Giant of all time was Barry Bonds. Was he
My
canceled?
favorite
Was
Giant of all
Was
time.
Barry Bonds canceled from baseball?
Yeah.
yeah, he's done.
That's like Mark McGwire too. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa was canceled too, right?
And people asking, should Barry Bonds be in the Hall of Fame? This guy goes, hell fucking no. They go,
because he took
"Pete
steroids.
Rose, absolutely, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
That sounds like a very like
Barry
Republican
Bonds,
answer.
Barry Bonds should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, no matter how much fucking juice he took, because he still smacked that ball.
There. Roger Clemens should be there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's baseball, bro. I'm sorry.
God
Let's
damn.
talk about speaking of Pete Rose. Let's talk about WWE.
I love that.
Should Alexa Bliss be in the WWE Hall of Fame?
No.
Hell yes.
Future
Absolutely not.
Alexa Bliss, yay or nay? Future WWE Hall of Famer. I want to hear it in the comments too. Please let me know. Alexa Bliss, future WWE Hall of Famer. You know, you could say at this point.
The Hall of Fame is like a big joke. It's not even
Brian,
a real Hall
how
of Fame.
dare you?
I hate the Hall of Fame.
How could you?
Fucking Donald Trump's in the Hall of Fame.
Good.
It's a big joke.
Brian.
Listen, I think with time, if she
Drew
continues
Carey.
on with
Drew
the way
Carey's
she
in the Hall of
started,
Fame.
if she continues the way she started, she has a good chance. When they dropped the Raw and SmackDown's women's title, she held them the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Sasha
it's unfortunate where that character took her because
Sasha
it just dropped her
Banks
even lower.
Or Charlotte Flair will be the diva or women's wrestler from this generation that goes into the Hall of Fame. Not all of them.
I think
Charlotte
they'll do all
Flair.
4 of them. They're going to do all 4 of them.
Alexa Bliss is one of them?
No, but you said
no.
Sasha and Charlotte. I think they're going to go Bailey and Becky as well.
Oh, so but you that'll probably be a thing on its own that goes into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like you want to make a bet? You want to make a food wager bet? 10 years from now, will the 4 of them go in together?
1,000. Oh, I think that, but I agree with you.
No, but think about it this way. How about this? Let me
rephrase
rephrase the question.
Alexa Bliss, definitely not.
Will there... Okay, so Money in the Bank has lasted for maybe 16 years. You want to say like 15 years approximately of Money in the Bank pay-per-views?
05 it started.
Right, that was the pay-per-view. That wasn't just the match. That was the actual pay-per-view.
No, that's the match. WrestleMania 21.
So what's the first pay-per-view? What's the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view? 2010?
WrestleMania 21.
No,
Rob
what's
Van
the
Dam.
first Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
I think it was like
2011?
2010 maybe, though. No, Rob Van Dam won it.
So whatever,
I think
let's
Rob
say...
Van Dam won it, and he had to be in WWE at the time.
Let's say 10 years, right?
Right.
So it's already existed for 10 years. You can easily predict that it will exist for another 10 years because it's one of their main rocket on the back.
It's like the King of the Ring of the Nine. It's like this generation's King of the Ring.
That's
or
a
whatever.
great comment.
There's no other besides Royal Rumble. There's no other like pay-per-view that you can win and get like a title defense. Like King of the Ring, you would win and then like go to SummerSlam.
My son about this.
You would get a title defense for being King of the Ring.
As a big 5 now. And it just flopped because they tried to do it in the Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play, and they didn't sell anywhere near to what they did the year prior for SummerSlam, so they had to move it to the MGM.
Yo, and it's so weird that SummerSlam's taking place so soon.
Yeah, I know, man.
SummerSlam should be at the end of August.
It's at the beginning of. It's at the end of July.
Yeah, it's like July 30th.
That is.
So they're taking an entire month off to do a whole build-up before they head on to Wales.
Oh, you know what? Listen,
Wales is like their big thing, right?
If they want to move money, if they want to move SummerSlam up and give the wrestlers August off, I'm all right with that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. They've never done that before.
They can take August off. That's fine.
Did you notice that they're starting to do it on Saturday? Like it's a Saturday pay-per-view now too. It's not Sunday.
So now it's September. They have the Clash of the Castle in Wales. Then they're gonna have a Saudi show, and then after that, they're moving into Survivor Series, and before you know it, you're at the Rumble. So everything's gonna be a hop and a skip after August.
Cody will be back for the Rumble. That's gonna be
Cody watch.
They need right now because they're plummeting. They need Cody.
Yeah.
Do we need sound effects? Because every time we say like Cody, it should be like a Cody watch like alert button.
Cody watch. You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to you two and also the viewers to watch back to last episode and this episode to see where the sound drops should come in. Because we'll just get Slug Christ to do it. Cody watch.
I'm so into the music.
So,
yeah, man, Money in the Bank.
What I was saying is that Money in the Bank has existed for like 10 years, right? And how many people, okay, like when it first started, you would say that a Money in the Bank win and a same night cash-in was like the stuff that a Hall of Famer was made of.
Yeah,
but
I remember Kane did that. Kane did it.
Kane was the first person to do
what?
the
Actually, before last week, I actually watched that. I had this vision in my mind that we were going to do Money in the Bank memories, and then we just forgot about it. I just forgot about it. But, yeah, I just watched that. So it's like you would think that on paper, the cash-in on the same night is like such a legendary thing, but it's happened so many times. And then even
usually
like,
but I think Kane cashed it in and actually won the championship.
He did. He cashed in on Mysterio.
Some people that cash in the same night don't win the championship. Not everyone.
Most do though. It's like 85%, dude.
Is it that high? Is that a fact?
Yeah, I fucking went and did my research, man. I got it written down right here. 85%.
So Kane was definitely the first one to win the first ever Money
Everybody
in the
hates. Did you see everybody hate? Kane's a fucking weirdo now. We can't even talk about Kane.
He also cashed in the same night on Mysterio.
I hate
world
Kane.
title.
Yo,
Kane's a piece of shit.
How do we feel about not Alexa, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's start that again. How do we feel about Liv Morgan? I feel like everybody loves Liv Morgan so much, and I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't understand what her thing. What's the deal with Liv Morgan? Why is she like? She's like a really, really great person.
You know what they're doing to her?
Yeah. What?
They're make-a-wishing her.
They're giving her
they're patting her on the back. They're giving her title run, and she's not gonna have the title for a very long time. No, she's gonna have it. She's gonna have it for this time. She's gonna be happy. She's gonna hold it, and someone's gonna kick her in the fucking head, and she's gonna lose it.
They need somebody to have the happy smile to hold
Charlotte's gonna come back. Charlotte's going to come back. She's going to win it right away.
I just feel like if Liv Morgan wasn't in WWE...
I think she's dropping it at SummerSlam. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you think at SummerSlam, as early as SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Who, Becky, maybe?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, we can't check the rankings like AEW where you can see their rankings, but I don't know.
They don't even do the same thing. WWE doesn't run the same as AEW with the wins, losses.
No, they don't. You know, the thing is, Sushi was on Raw last night, so I'm not sure if they're going to do the whole, jump to show thing until SummerSlam, being that is only 3 weeks away.
She just said last night that she's leaving for SmackDown. And the whole thing is that she's going to just be on SmackDown exclusively, and Bianca Belair, they hugged and they cried.
You know who they're doing dirty right now?
Who?
Gunther.
Gunther?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Did you see what he did on Raw?
Yeah, he came out and killed R-Truth. Perfect.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have a sick match?
Showed that America's, like WWF always does.
Yo, he's like Rocky IV, dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gunther on July 4th should have had a dope ass match and
he did. He did have a dope ass match. He murdered R-Truth.
It wasn't dope though.
All right, let's talk about Money in the Bank. Do you guys have? Let's roll through it. You want to do a challenge? You want to do the 3-minute challenge, Brian?
Yes.
You and Sean want to PTI it?
PTI right now. You don't butt in, and you say that you just call out the topic.
All right, I'm not gonna butt in. I'm gonna just. Well, no, I don't have the topic. You guys, it's up to you guys. I'm just timing.
All right, Sean, you have the matches, right?
I got the matches.
So say the matches, and we're gonna give our takes, and we have 8 seconds for each fucking match.
All right, I'm going to do 3 minutes. So,
You got 3
Sean,
minutes.
and I'm going to leave this up to you guys. You guys just deal with it. Sean has the matches. Brian and you're going to make great comments. You're going to be like, I want you to be like Michael Wilbaum and Tony Kornheiser.
I don't do what you want. I do what I know and I say. What?
I'm not doing it in order because I want us to hit it like we fucking know it.
Okay, you know what? Listen, to each his own. We'll see. And I just want you to know that this clip, this 3-minute clip, we'll figure this 3-minute and 30-second clip is going to be a highlight. And we are going to really push you guys doing this PTI segment every single week. So without further ado, we have Brian the Merch Lord and Ringside Sean doing their best impression of Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbaum on PTI. You have exactly 3 minutes to run down all of Money in the Bank. 3, 2, 1. Pardon the interruption.
Brian, Unified WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits, the Usos. Tell me how it went down. Did you like it, yes or no?
Usos won. I hate the Street Profits. I hated it. Next.
United States Championship match. Bobby Lashley taking on the champion, Theory. What do you think?
Lashley won. I liked it. Good. Austin Theory, good. Next.
Raw Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair.
This is not good.
Carmella.
This is not good. This is not good. Brian, you're just going too fast. You got to give like insightful comments. All right, keep going. I'm sorry. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left.
Bianca Belair, Carmella. What do you think? Talk to me.
I like
Princess of Staten Island, Bianca Belair. What's going on? You like it? Yes or no?
I did like it.
What do you like most?
Bianca Belair. She won, and that's what I liked about it.
I hear you on that one. We got Ronda Rousey.
Sean, I want to hear your opinions, dude.
Taking on Natalya.
I want to hear some Sean opinions too.
Sean, you're supposed to give your opinion in this 3 minutes as well. It's
I'm
both
supposed
of our
to.
opinions.
I want to hear some Sean opinions.
Brian,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We got Ronda Rousey taking on Natalya. I thought it was a very great match. I thought they went at it. I think Natty told a great story, and I thought that she carried Ronda as Ronda needs right now. Is a lot of carrying. We're gonna move it on to the
we can't.
Alexa Bliss taking on Liv Morgan, Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez, Lacey Evans, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. Talk to me, baby. What do you think?
You did this in a terrible order because we should have did the women's Money in the Bank match first.
I told you I'm doing it in an order so we can hit it the way we know it.
Okay, well, right. I mean, I hate Liv Morgan, and I hate that she won, and I also hate that she cashed in and won the championship.
Hot takes, Brian. 1 minute, 15 seconds, y'all.
Next.
They're doing the Cinderella story with Liv Morgan, but the Cinderella story will not last.
Next, come on.
For her
Sean, next.
We're moving on. Money's Money in the Bank ladder match. Drew McIntyre, Madcap Moss, Riddle, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, and Omos. Talk to me.
I'm just happy Omos didn't win. I'm happy that Austin Theory won. I like Austin Theory. That's it.
So Austin Theory was the wild card in that match as Adam Pearce brought him out right before the match started. Omos was tossed onto the announcer's table like a paper plate.
40 seconds.
Riddle almost had it. He was pushed off the top of the ladder by Theory, and Theory is your new
Next.
Money in the Bank. That's it. We
okay.
did it.
Well, I will also add to this, since we crushed this challenge, that
30 seconds.
I love Baron Corbin and I love Pat McAfee's beef. I love that.
Listen,
and
that's going to lead us into our next conversation because I think we're talking about Logan Paul next. And with Logan Paul, we got to also talk about the outside of world of professional wrestling that's slowly making its way into the WWE for SummerSlam. And that's Pat McAfee, like you said, and Baron Corbin.
That's a bullet.
On the Indianapolis Colts in 2009. Am I right? Am I wrong?
That's a Boulevard Bullies PTI.
That's
a Boulevard Bullies PTI.
You guys are done.
You took too long for that last take, Sean. But that's Boulevard Bullies PTI.
I feel like
there's
Sean...
the alarm. Whoa! We actually killed it.
No, it was going before. I just now held it up.
So, what do you think? Can you let us know? What do you think?
I want to hear in the comments what you think about the Ringside Sean and Brian the Sound Guy. I can't stop saying Brian the Sound Guy. I want we got fire in the chats. We got fire, dude. That's a success in my eyes. I'm gonna be honest with both of you. During that, I took an opportunity. Smoke a cig.
You shouldn't do that. You should.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you were low with that. I didn't see
So,
that.
so Pat demonetized us the most, is what I say.
I don't know. I mean, a cig is legal, obviously.
So does that mean vapes are legal?
I don't know. You might as well be Joe Cuck Camel over here, you know.
Camels are good.
So I think you guys did great. I didn't really listen to a word you said, but I thought it was great.
We crushed it. We did that in 3. We named all the matches in 3 minutes, and we said all the winners, and we reviewed it basically.
I feel like you missed Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. Did you?
We didn't.
No,
we
that
didn't.
was the second one we did.
So you weren't paying attention.
I told you I wasn't. I was honest about not paying attention.
I understand, but I'm going to tell you that we crushed it. We got fire emojis.
Do you think Logan Paul is going to fight at WrestleMania?
He's going to probably. Well, he's definitely fighting at SummerSlam.
Oh my God! Did I say WrestleMania? I meant SummerSlam, dude.
Well, they already that's the whole contract. That's like what he signed for.
What, like SummerSlam and WrestleMania specifically?
No, just I think he just mentioned SummerSlam. He literally said that I'm signing this contract to beat the Miz's ass at SummerSlam.
So it's going to be Miz versus Logan Paul and Brian Corbin versus Patrick McAfee.
Yeah, I like that beef, dude.
Did you see the photo of
bum ass Corbin?
Did you see
Corbin?
Did you see the photo of Pat McAfee sitting with the fucking power couples? At UFC with the neck brace.
With the neck brace.
And I hate that because I saw that picture, which was after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. They went to the event after Money in the Bank.
Right, and Pat wore a neck brace to keep the story up.
JR and Tony Khan weren't at that event.
No, they weren't there. It was just them from the last event.
Right.
It
wasn't. They weren't in the same building, being creepy boys in different seats, looking at each other.
I mean, I would have been creepy boys. They could have been there scouting.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that it's funny that people try to make it seem like they were there and it was like a thing.
How cool are you if you're Pat McAfee and you're just sitting there getting wasted with Vince McMahon, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon?
Dude, he wrestled Vince McMahon.
Yo, I think Vince McMahon is in love with Pat McAfee. I think that Vince McMahon.
Maybe they all bang. Maybe they all bang, and Triple H is a cuck.
Oh my God, dude!
Oh no!
Jesus!
What? It's just a theory, man. We're Blvd Bullies.
Maybe we should come up. Can we come up with a demonetization alarm? Could you get Slug Christ to say, "You have just been demonetized"?
We could definitely get Steve to say it. He has a great voice. I mean, probably Sean could do it too. I mean, you could do. Any of us could do it. Great.
The cuck counter is at 11, Brian.
Going back to Logan Paul though, before we
it might be higher. That's 11 is generous.
I think that this is going to be the first celebrity turned professional wrestler that goes for the WWE Championship.
Logan Paul?
No.
Yes.
Tell me no.
Yes.
What about The Miz?
I think The Miz is his stepping stone, and I think The Miz
well,
is at a point in his
career
career
wasn't as big as a celebrity. I don't think The Miz was as big of a celebrity as Logan Paul is.
Ooh,
nowhere near.
That hurts.
Nowhere near.
I don't
because
like that.
The
Miz was on the real world for like a season.
That
doesn't make him a fucking star.
Over 20 years ago is much different than what the world is now with the internet. And Logan Paul
doesn't need wrestling
in less time than what The Miz has been out. So I honestly think that this guy is going to be the first one, celebrity-wise, to take on the role of a professional wrestler and go after the title.
That sounds like a living, waking nightmare, dude.
There's been no celebrity. There's been no celebrity. I guess you're right. He's like a true blue YouTube boy.
You know what? No, you're out of control, dude. Who's he gonna beat? Who's he gonna beat for the title?
I didn't say he's gonna be. I didn't say
Cody Rhodes.
What wrestler's gonna lay down for Logan Paul?
He's gonna beat Cody Rhodes, dude.
No, think about it. The man
Cody Rhodes
took on
versus
the world
Logan
of
Paul?
boxing. He took on the world of boxing and dominated it. Nothing left for him to do there.
He lost. He lost to Floyd Mayweather.
But as a celebrity, this is not something that he does on his.
No, I get it. He's one of the most famous people in the world.
So who's to say that this man is not going to say, you know what, Vince? I'll give you 5 dates. I'll do the Rumble. I'll do Survivor Series. I'll do SummerSlam. And you know what? In return, let me fight for the belt. I don't have to win, but let me just be there. You know why? Because that's going to put me here, and that's going to put you here.
No.
But that's where they're at with this company now. That's
is that as bad as like
look at Ronda
Arquette winning the championship?
100%. But you know what? That's where they're at with this.
So you say you think Logan Paul fighting for a championship is as bad as like David Arquette?
Yo, imagine how much content would be created out of Logan Paul going from the road to WrestleMania, from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. Imagine the content. Dude,
well, so David,
that's billions of hours of watch time.
Whether they like it or they don't like it, they're gonna watch it.
David Arquette was an actor turned
different
champion.
Time though, different time.
He's not.
Much
I
different
guess
time.
He's still an actor turned champion.
This guy actually took on the opportunity to go into the performance center and learn the way that they work their craft.
Right.
Not any other wrestling school. The way WWE.
Well, David Arquette fought Nick Gage.
Their craft, huh?
David Arquette almost got killed by Nick Gage.
Apples and oranges, you goddamn cuck.
I'm a cock now.
Oh no. Listen, different times. Who knows? Yeah. Let's move on.
Who do you think Austin Theory is going to cash in on? Do you think that that's going to be a short-term or a long-term thing? He's just going to carry the briefcase forever?
Well, do you think Roman's going to lose it?
One at a time! One at a time, god damn it. Sean?
Go Brian. Go, Brian.
Brian, go ahead. Sean,
do you think Roman's going to lose it? Do you think Roman will lose it to Brock Lesnar?
Roman's not losing to anybody except Cody, dude.
I think Roman loses to Brock. Brock is beat up. Out comes Theory, capitalizes. Everybody goes home unhappy. Typical WWE.
So 2 title changes. So everybody gets like a double
I hate that. I hate that.
They're going with that.
No, I think they put it on Theory to let Theory carry it for like a year.
But I think that a Reigns retain and then like a Theory capitalizes on a broken down Reigns to like beat Reigns.
Yo, what about this?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What if Austin Theory keeps it for a year, becomes completely insufferable like Seth Rollins did in like 2014, uses it to elevate himself, and then cashes in the Money in the Bank to win the Money in the Bank next year?
Have both?
And then goes a second year with it. Goes like a year and a half with it. He's the longest reigning.
Two Money in the Banks?
Yeah, he carries 2, like Owen Hart, 2 Slammies. And then he's like the longest reigning. He's like the longest reigning. And then you know what happens? He cashes in 1. Loses. Cashes in the second. Wins.
In the same night?
Same match.
Oh, that's very funny.
That's like Jericho, Benoit, and what was that? And Angle at Mania. When it was like European and Intercontinental titles.
See, that's never going to happen because things in WWE don't happen over the course of 6 months anymore. They happen over the course of like 2 months.
Yeah, it's wild. Who knows? Who knows where they're going with this?
What do you think Riddle's going to do?
I don't even know. I kind of hate his whole Randy Orton thing.
I think Randy's going to come back and beat the crap out of him.
So they fight at SummerSlam?
Nah, I wish he would turn heel so bad.
Brian, you have been begging since the Twitch days. By the way, we're now on YouTube. Thank you for watching, everybody. Appreciate you. Give it up. YouTube. We're now on YouTube. We're going to do studio shows the end of every month. What was I saying about Matt Riddle? Oh, Brian, since the Twitch days, you've been begging, both of you, actually. Sean, I feel like it came out of your sweet, sweet lips as well. You guys wanted Randy Orton to come back and Matt Riddle to turn on Randy, but I just want you to know that that's the least likely thing in history.
So Randy's going to make a return and turn on Riddle instantly. I think Randy's going to come back and Riddle's going to turn on Randy and be tight that Randy left him.
Left me to dry, Randy.
He left him alone. And he's tight.
Nah, you guys don't know shit, yo.
You don't know shit.
Yo, did we have any food bets on the Money in the Bank?
We did. Nope. We did. We said we bet on the women's match. None of us none of us bet Liv Morgan, so we all lost. So I say this week there's a stalemate of all of us losing. And I say because we're like unprepared, but I don't
have anything to eat.
I have olives, but that's like boring at this point.
I think you probably should. I think you should probably eat some olives, Brian.
You have habaneros?
I have no habaneros left.
I will fucking die before I eat another habanero on this stream. Pat
Olives.
has
You
it
love that. You know what? I
twice.
actually think you like olives, dude.
I feel like he does.
I'm not doing it.
I feel
And
like he
don't
does.
like-
Yeah.
I think that you guys don't understand how they make me want to vomit. And right now that you said that, makes me taste it, and my mouth is watering like I want to vomit.
Like you want to eat them.
No, you don't understand.
Did you guys
You do
watch?
understand. You don't like mushrooms. 'Cause you feel the same way about mushrooms as I do olives.
Mushrooms are the worst. What
So
else
don't
is there to
make
talk
tight.
about? I'm winding down.
Don't talk about them.
I'm losing steam. I don't want to talk about disgusting foods.
I mean, we're closing in on our final moments of the show.
Yo,
I
so-
think that we should do a preview. We should do a preview for AEW Dynamite tomorrow.
Okay, so the only thing I know about AEW Dynamite. Hold on,
Should
let's
I
start
pull it
that
up?
again.
Should
Well, the only thing I know about AEW Dynamite tomorrow night for sure is that Brody King is going to be fighting Jon Moxley for the AEW interim title.
I'm kind of
that's the
into
one
that.
down.
Oh, and also
I'm kind of
Wardlow
into
is
that.
fighting for the TNT title.
I have the card. I have the card right here. Yeah,
Let's hear it, Brian.
you name the top two. Those are definitely like the marquee matches that you just said.
Break it down. You know what? I want you and Sean to break it down in 10 minutes.
Okay, well that's gonna be Christian Cage. Okay, can we talk about Christian Cage and
All right, I'm
Luchasaurus?
starting the timer. 10 minutes. Let's go.
I think 10 minutes is good. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus appear. I love what the fuck they're doing.
I hate
Listen,
black mask
listen.
Luchasaurus.
I watched
Dude,
Jurassic
so
World.
good,
I'm
so
over
good.
it. Christian looks like he's a mad scientist.
Christian
Get him
needed to
outta
be
here.
he needed to be a heel, and he taught when someone talks shit about someone's dead family, I love it. And I'm into it.
Yeah.
And I
I
completely
thought that
fuck
the
with
Christian
right
Cage stuff was great up until he included evil Dino douche.
now. I love, but he's his fucking muscle.
No, it's so stupid. I
Yeah,
mean, and you know
no.
what?
No,
You're
look,
right.
I'm into it.
Christian
I'm
Cage
into it.
looks
Get
like
Dino out of here.
Christian Cage looks like a villain from the Venture Brothers. Sean, what were you gonna say?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. He looks like a villain from like fucking Jurassic Park.
That's what he's supposed to be.
No,
I
and you know
love
what?
Jurassic Park. I love Christian as a heel, and Luchasaurus should be his muscle, his dinosaur.
His own
And they're
personal
gonna crush.
dinosaur.
You just said it. His
I
dinosaur.
think that Luchasaurus is going to become a fucking champion.
Yo, I think that if he had taken off the
Good.
mask and just worn black trunks and just come out like, I'm done with
No,
this,
I
I feel
the
like
mask
that
is
would have been
sick.
cool, dude.
Throw the mask down.
Black.
I'm done with the kid games.
Right? And
That's
you know
it.
what? He could have even done the
That's-
entire
he's
match.
not a kid. Why does a mask make him a kid?
Christian
Say that
doesn't
to Rey
need
Mysterio, he'll smack you.
Christian doesn't need muscle, but if he was gonna have some, I feel like Luchasaurus could have
Man,
murdered
Big Daddy
the
doesn't need the
Serpentico.
boy.
Could have murdered Serpentico and thrown the mask down. Revealed his own mask.
Why do you hate the mask?
I just think that Christian it was such a believable heel the last 2 weeks, and like his promos are so real and visceral, and he's such
Heartfelt.
and you know and the outfit, you know, look, I like to joke about it, but the fucking turtlenecks and the jackets,
He's like a stuck-up asshole.
yeah, he's killing it, and I just feel like to have like the evil, still in gimmick dinosaur really takes away. And yo, you know what? I like the idea of Lucha.
It's wrestling, dude. It's wrestling.
Yo, oh, you know what,
I-
Brian? You're
making
addicted.
me tired.
Brian, we need to have an intervention about food challenges with you, but not this week, because this week I'm going to say that I'm going to give a long-term storytelling. That's another audio cue I want.
the second long-term- this is the-
storytelling.
This is the second long-term food challenge you're doing.
Long-term food challenge storytelling. I want to say that I guarantee that Luchasaurus is going to turn on Christian as soon as the big match between fucking Jungle Bizzle and Lucha Dizzle happens. Or no, I'm sorry.
Is he gonna come back a Jungle Man?
No, I don't think
I don't agree. I don't agree with you.
because you know what? You
Because
could
you thought that Bryan Danielson and John Moxley weren't going to form a tag team.
Well, I wish they didn't.
Wow, dang. What's next though, Brian? What's next? Other than the Dino and the man talking.
Next. How much time do we have left?
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee versus Butcher and the Blade.
I think Swerve turns on Keith once, finally and definitively. I think that their turn and rebirth, their turn and reconciliation only happened because it didn't register high enough, and there weren't enough tweets. By the way, tomorrow night during AEW Dynamite, tune in to the Blvd Bullies Toxic Tweet Along on twitch.tv/Blvd Bullies. I think there weren't enough tweets about it, so they kind of pulled back the throttle on it, but they're going to do it later.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to completely disagree and say they're going to win. They're going to beat Butcher and the Blade.
No, I think there's going to be a little turn ski.
No, I think that Swerve and Keith Lee are going to pull it off.
I never bet against Andy Williams. What do you think, Sean?
I think that Butcher and the Blade are going to go home with the win. I think Swerve and Lee are going to start going at it with each other because, they got stuff going on outside, and they're not really a team. They're more singles competitors.
They're butting heads.
Now it's time to go separate ways.
Too many singles competitors.
You got an actual tag team taking on a formed team.
They just got new music. They got a music and a name. They're not breaking up.
Listen, they also had a name on the indies, and they didn't stay together that long.
Andy Williams forever.
Andy. Next match. Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm versus Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir.
Oh, my God. I literally could not give a shit.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I'm sorry. I am.
I'm over it.
And so the only things besides that are the two marquee matches, which is the TNT Championship with Wardlow and Scorpio Sky, and the interim AEW Championship with Brody King and Jon Moxley. And I say that both of those are going to be retained. There's going to be no changes.
I think a Wardlow might win.
You think Wardlow might win?
Yeah, I think they might put it on Wardlow.
I think what's going to happen with Wardlow is what's the manager's name from American Top Team?
Oh no, Dan Lambert.
Well, Dan Lambert is going to bring in his top guys, his big guys, his heavyweights, and they're going to sit ringside.
He's going to overcome.
And it just looks like he's about to go and bring it home for the boys. The MMA guys are going to jump the rail like it's Battle Dome back in WCW back in the day.
Was it just last week where Dan Lambert tried to get the two guys from the hometown to jump Wardlow, and Wardlow goes,
"Yeah,
you look like two Michigan boys," and he Jedi mind tricked them.
I think it's just more like a set him up, knock him down, wait for the real world champion to come back to put Wardlow and Punk together, and we'll see if he's going to take the strap or not. But until then, he's just going to be having these toys in front of him to knock down.
Now that you said that, there's no way that Wardlow can lose the match unless they plan on having it be a disqualification. Because there's no stipulation. But if there could be a disqualification, and they could do it at like a bigger. They could like continue the beef.
So what? Like it's just a generic Ethan Page, Dan Lambert disqualification thing.
Right. They interfere. He interferes.
I don't think there's a pay-per-view for a while, dude. Their next pay-per-view is like September.
Right, they do like quarterly fucking pay-per-views or something.
So they're doing September.
But they do they do like special event dynamites, They do like weird.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, it's like weird. Those are like their pay-per-views. Those are like their monthly things, though.
I think they're just gonna put Wardlow on. I think they're just gonna put him on.
I think you're right. I actually think you're right.
The thing is that Wardlow doesn't need the title. Dan Lambert and Top Team and Scorpio Sky do need the title.
That's why I'm thinking disqualification.
The thing is that because those two things are facts, Wardlow doesn't need it, Scorpio Sky needs it. They didn't need to wrestle. You know what I mean? Like you could have kept them apart doing their own thing, but now that they are wrestling, I just feel like you can't give Wardlow that loss. Like Wardlow's got to win it.
A disqualification doesn't make Wardlow look like shit, though.
Yeah, but like, where does he go from there? Like, if
fights him again, he has to fight him again.
Because he literally came out and said that he didn't want the world title interim because he wants to fight CM Punk, which was so stupid. Because the person who wins the interim fights CM Punk.
The world champion.
So he came out and said, "Oh, I didn't enter it because I want to fight CM Punk when it's time." But it's like, no, dude, like the way to fight him when it's time is to win the interim.
Right, he should want to be the best. He's a fucking idiot.
He's an idiot. And then he challenged for the TNT. So it's like he can't lose the TNT unless somehow, and I don't think this is going to happen, but unless somehow MJF comes back and targets Wardlow.
That's very interesting words. You think? I mean, I think that might be too soon.
To me, that's
might
the only thing. Because look, you brought him from like the main event down. He didn't want the interim world title, so you brought him down again to mid card, and he can't lose mid card. He's either got to win the TNT or he's got to go into a main event non-title fucking angle.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So like maybe like Kenny Omega comes out. Like somebody's got to come out.
Do you think they would bring MJF in to just like start fucking with things and like ruining the show?
For the good of Wardlow, you know what I think is going to happen? I think you're probably right, and Wardlow's going to lose through DQ, and they're going to think that the angle's so hot, and they're going to extend it, which I don't think is the right thing. That's not entertaining to me. To me, you either have him win it or you put him out into a main event angle.
It's very predictable to have it be a disqualification.
Goes on to the Rampage show for the ratings.
Oh, what? He just becomes like the Rampage guy? It's just like Wardlow and Jade Cargill on Rampage?
Yeah. I feel like that's where they're going with that. Until their captain comes back, because the person who's steering the ship in the direction that they wanted to go is not there right now. So they're just at the dock, just swaying on a boat.
All right, Sean. Then, who knows? Sean, we got 15 seconds left. Final thoughts on the state of AEW right now.
Blood and Guts was horrible. They better pick it up tomorrow, because if not, it's going under.
I feel like they've been going under. They've been hurting for a long time. Since the leaving of Cody, honestly. Oh.
Yep.
My boy Jeff, Pat, you know Jeff. He was a big AEW a positive guy about AEW, and now he just doesn't even watch it anymore because he says it's just unwatchable.
He hates it now.
He says it's unwatchable. He hates it. He hates there's no stories.
They're hurting. And you know what? I got to be honest. I don't think that tomorrow is going to be anything special. But with that said, that's how you make it special, is you have Wardlow win the TV title. Or how about this? How about Brody King beats Moxley?
That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane.
That would be cool.
That would probably be the coolest thing ever.
Well, Brian, you love the Goth Squad, dude.
But I think that having it's hard to make someone that has like no name, like he's like not a very known guy, and it's hard to make like that, so like someone like that a champion. But it's cool to make someone that's not very known a champion.
Because it's the interim.
It's interim, and it's like to give someone like a chance.
It's giving them. Listen,
it's like something AEW seems like Tony Khan would do.
Yeah, listen, here's the flag.
I kind of would love that. I kind of would love it a lot.
Well, okay, so how about this? Would you rather see Wardlow win the TNT, or would you rather see Brody King win the World Interim?
Brody King, 100. I would rather see Brody King win and Wardlow lose.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I think that's a cooler thing to do for your company.
What do you think is actually going to happen?
I think what we said is that I think that Wardlow is going to win and be like, it's going to be like, because he does. I mean, it's been like a long time coming for Wardlow to have like that opportunity.
Yeah.
And then Brody King is just going to lose to Jon Moxley.
What do you think, Sean?
And like it's going to.
Like Brian said, I think Brody King, unfortunately, is going to lose to Jon Moxley. It would be nice to see Brody given that, that spotlight. Here's the flag, go run with it.
My little goth heart.
Yeah, see, but I feel like to them, the spotlight is the match, not the win.
Exactly. No, I agree.
And I don't think the spotlight... dude, you know what it is? They're all great. Like, that's the thing with me, with AEW. Like, they are all great.
Jon Moxley was really bad the last match, dude. That Blood and Guts made me like a little
Blood and
iffy
Guts was terrible. Yo, you know what I can't get out of my head is the one guy hanging upside down from the center post, like bleeding.
Why?
Like as they go to commercial. And I don't mean to sound like James E.
The camera angles, the cuts.
Like to me,
sorry to cut you off.
No, it's fine. And I agree with you, Brian. But it's like to me, I couldn't help but say like. Yo, if you're like literally drenched, like Japan 95, drenched in blood, and you're like hanging upside down, like upside down crucifix, yo, you might think that's cool, but dude, that's not cool. Brian, you know what that's like? That's like when you're a musician in your early 20s and you want to write the most mathy, heavy, crazy, money-making-able shit. And then you become like 30, you're like, oh, maybe I spent this much time being a musician. Maybe I should write a hit song, And it's like, to me, like that guy hanging upside down as they go to commercial, and I hate to sound like this, but that shows me that they don't know what makes money, dude. Because, Jon Moxley bleeding during a championship match at a pay-per-view, that could make some money. But that 10-way, 12-way, and it buried Claudio. It buried Eddie Kingston. It buried everybody, dude.
My New York Post question, my commentary question to the AEW production team is,
I'm sorry, AEW production team, we're here at the live media scrum. We got Brian, the sound guy, in the crowd. Brian, you have a question for the AEW media team? Go ahead.
Yeah, they're little production guys. Who thought it was a good idea to zoom in on Jon Moxley blading a man and leave the camera on it for like 15 seconds?
Well, Brian, you see,
they were all sitting there together in the room watching Jon Moxley blade the man.
I just feel like, Brian, the guy
was zooming in on it with his little lens.
I just want to say, Brian from the Blvd Bullies, thank you so much for the question. Really appreciate you guys. The production team, they're doing 10,000 things a second, and the spot was that Moxley was going to, in fact, hit him with the skewers, and we were going to do a close-up, a zoom in, a fucking flower out with the skewers, and that was the 15-second plan. And, we were already scrambling, looking around, and then once they botched it, and Moxley figured, hey, you know what? Moxley said to himself, I've now decided that I've never wrestled on TV before. So I'm going to blade this guy right here. And that's what happened, Brian. And there weren't even any guts.
That's understandable, production team. But there's freaking 10 other people in the ring that you could have cut to. He literally botched the skewer move, and the cameras have been on this guy botching this for 30 seconds and then kept the cameras on him for an additional 15 seconds for the blading. So this guy's been on the screen botching for a good 45 seconds.
Right. I know.
And it was the production team, though. The guys are sitting there filming it, choosing to watch him. And it's like, I can't even understand it, and I hated it.
All right, let's go for final thoughts and prayers. Sean, I want you to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're better. We're stronger than ever. Our second YouTube episode. And you know what? The little lemons were thrown at us. We made some great lemonade. And you guys stood. You were here. Take care of yourself and each other.
All right, yeah, woo! Brian, the sound guy, please, go ahead. Go for it.
The word of the night is cuck. Blvd Bullies.
Let him know, Brian.
Next Tuesday, same time, same YouTube channel.
Same cuck time, same cuck channel.
Thank you, Pat. That is the one. We love you. We appreciate you. I love this.
All right, and I'm going to finish with saying that I want to ask, listen, it's been our second foray into YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube exclusively every Tuesday at 7, and every last Tuesday of the month in studio with Bald Steve. It's a constant fight to not get demonetized, which once again we've lost. So I want to ask you guys, do you have joints?
I have bongs.
Do you have anything to smoke?
Nope. Not right now.
Sean, do you have a bottle to drink out of?
Hell yes.
No, I don't want the mug. The mug was for if we could be and remain not demonetized, demonetized. Do you have the bottle that filled that?
No.
So you want to be demonetized?
At the end of the stream, I just want to.
Can I light the bong?
Yeah, I want to do. Sean, if you want to just drop curse words while we smoke, I just want to make sure that all of us together have demonetized each other. And you know what I want to do? You don't know what I want to do right now?
Fuck. Motherfuck.
Dude, Sean, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sean.
Noise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise. Smoking, doing, drinking beers, bitch, rolling, daddy smoking blunts. Who smoked the blunts? Smack those blunts. Rolling blunts, smoking.
Dude, tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow
we're going to make sure as a group that we all get demonetized as the theme music rolls in.
Boulevard
Freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if you don't chip in, you'll never pay that bill. Freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if you don't throw in your $1.05, who will?
My dog just
Freedom
took a
costs
fat shit.
$1.05. Freedom
on
costs
that
$1.05.
On that note,
Freedom
Sean's
costs
gotta clean this hoop.
$1.05.
Sean's got to clean up poop. I got to go play Dark Souls 2 now because I defeated now Bloodborne and Elden Ring.
I'm furthering my soul's journey.
So thank you to
And
everybody.
that's what it's all about.
Let me turn this shit down.
So are we ending it? Are we cutting off now?
Yo, I'm really, really, really sorry that we had to break our 2-hour-long abstinence
We broke it.
and smoke.
We took a 5-minute break to prevent that.
Dude, I saw the finish line. And
It's
I was
bullies.
just like,
It's very bullies of us to done what we've done, and now we're gonna end it on that note.
We have a
We're
lot
gonna be back.
of comments, and we see them, and we love you guys. And we'll
Yo,
be back next
woo.
week.
please come back. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back.
Please come back. Please come back.
Hell yes.
We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to be back next Tuesday, July 12th at 7 p.m. Then we're going to be on July 19th at 7 p.m. And then July 26th at 7 p.m. in studio, we are definitely 100% going to have Michael Mastretta, maybe. Definitely Joey Conway, maybe.
Definitely
We're gonna be
maybe.
doing this every
Definitely
week.
maybe.
Definitely
Every
maybe. And tomorrow, I am going to be on twitch.tv/Blvd Bullies. And I'm going to be doing the AEW Dynamite Toxic Tweet Along, which is my own personal venture that I'd really appreciate. Fang in the house. Sean, why do you have a sign behind you that says Figs 4?
Because it's always. I have fixed
For sale!
I love
Follow
figs.
me on Mercari. Go buy some toys.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, figs like action figures, not like the fruit.
No, not Figs. Not Fig Newtons.
Everybody says that, but I got things like Aleister Black. I got a Buddy Murphy.
Yo, I got a
I got
sign.
it all.
I got a sign.
Rodan from Godzilla.
I got a signed Necro Butcher
Dude, how the hell did you get that?
from the fucking guy that sold it.
I didn't even know he had a figure. That's awesome.
It's fucking sick. I got a signed.
You two just
Mondo.
shut the hell up. Also, I just want to let it be known.
I've been trying to cut the show off for fucking 10
I
minutes.
just
You
want
guys
to
don't
let
listen.
it be known that we are seeking a sponsor.
Damn, you have luscious locks, Sean.
Who do you
look like
think our
need to-
sponsor should be?
Sean needs to be in like a black metal band.
You think that
Deathmatch
Sweet Ev? You
Worldwide
think
or
Sweet Ev?
Sweet Ev. I think we should go to Sweet Ev and like hang out and like get the guy drunk and start talking about
Boulevard Bullies, and then get him to sponsor us.
Do it.
Sean, how much would you rate the price on a Jinder Mahal action fig?
Is it elite or is it basic?
Elite or
Because if it's an
basic? We
elite-
gotta know.
A basic, maybe $10. If you got the elite that came with the SmackDown ring, maybe $250.
It's becoming
In
to
the
the
box.
point. It's becoming to the point where I have to pee.
Oh, he's gotta pee now.
Oh, he's gonna leave the show.
Oh, he's
again
gotta
to go
pee now.
We gave our final thoughts. Now you guys are going past the final thoughts.
All
Jerry
right.
Springer
I
never
think we
goes
wanna
past the
leave.
final
All
All
thought.
right.
Elite?
Final thought, Sean. It's a Jinder Mahal Elite.
Elite, $30.
I was gonna go
$10.
40, 35.
$10.
You know what you do? You
Go
put it on
find-
Macari
go
for like
shoot me a
40.
message. We'll talk some prices.
Everybody follow Blvd Bullies on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. We're doing stuff all week, every week. I play a whole bunch of video games on Twitch. These two maniacs have the access to the Instagram so you can see videos from them.
It's a mistake.
Goodbye.
Almost.
We'll see you next week, y'all. Blvd Bullies.